Hey guys, what's going on? Coach Justin here from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about 3 hitting myths that are absolutely ruining your swing. The crazy part is you've probably heard all 3 of these things by coaches and by mom and dad. You've probably heard all 3 of these since you were a young little baseball player. And you know, sometimes there's certain verbal cues that can do a player good, but I think most of these 3 verbal cues are actually doing you more harm than good. So we're going to talk about, you know, each hitting myth in this particular video, and then we're also going to get into what you should be focusing on instead. So hopefully these tips over the next couple minutes are really going to help you transform your results at the plate. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, myth number 1 is get your front foot down early. You've heard coaches say time and time again at every single level, especially their favorite time to do it is when, you know, a pitcher just blows a fastball right by a hitter and it doesn't look like he was ready to go, and they say, come on, little Johnny, you got to get your foot down, your front foot down early so you're ready to hit. And if you watch any major league player, they are not actually getting their front foot down early, okay? What they're doing instead of get your front foot down early is they're getting their front foot down on time. And you see some guys, you know, Curtis Granderson, Daniel Murphy, and what they do is they actually do get their front foot down, the ball of their foot down somewhat early. But what you have to realize is the swing really starts when that front heel drops. So when that front heel starts to drop, that's when everything else, my back elbow, my back knee, when that front foot starts to drop, that's when everything else kind of starts to swing. That's the sequence of the natural hitting swing, right? So you have to realize, number 1, that it's not about getting your front foot down early, because when you go from, you know, having a nice fluid motion, you have rhythm and timing here, you go into your load and your stride, and you get your front foot down early and then you stop, you completely stop that rhythm, and it messes up your rhythm and your momentum and your timing. And then it's like overcoming inertia. Then you have to get going again. So the key is not to get your front foot down early, because you're still not in a great hitting position there. You still have to drop your heel and then fire and swing. So it's not get your front foot down early, it's get your front foot down on time. And back to Curtis Granderson and Daniel Murphy, yes, a lot of people argue, well, they get their front foot down early. And Daniel Murphy, you know, he's changed his swing a little bit over the years. He does get his front foot down somewhat early on the ball of his feet, but you'll notice if you compare when his heel starts to drop to a player that gets it down not early but on time, their heels are dropping in the exact same frames if you compare them side by side. So don't get your front foot down early. It's going to do more harm than good. It's going to wreck your momentum, wreck your rhythm and timing. What I really like to teach as far as, you know, developing timing is dance with the pitcher. So as the pitcher goes into his windup and he brings his leg up, that's kind of when you go into your windup and you bring your leg up, right? As he strides towards you, that's roughly the time that you should start striding towards him, and then you adjust accordingly. If a guy throws a little bit harder, you're going to start everything a little bit sooner, and vice versa. If he throws slower, you can start everything a little bit later. But dance with the pitcher. We have to have rhythm. We have to have timing if we want to be a successful hitter. And you don't get there by getting your front foot down early. All right, myth number 2 is you need to swing down or stay on top of the baseball. How many even professional players, when they're doing instructional clips or they're giving tips to youngsters, how many times do they say it's all about the shortest line, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So it's just A to B, boom, just like that, boom. And then you watch them in slow motion and they do not hit like this, swinging down or trying to get on top of the baseball. It just doesn't work. It's just simple angles, right? And if you, again, look at high-speed video, you'll notice that no professional player swings down or chops down. Even if they tell you that that's what they're doing, it's not actually true, okay? It just doesn't make sense. You think about it, a pitcher is on an elevated mound. Sometimes you got 3/4 pitchers or sidearm pitchers, submarine pitchers on the rare occasion, but most of them are going to throw from up top. So they're already on a mound that's above the hitter, and their arm is up here, so they're throwing the ball down into the strike zone on a downward plane. So what does that mean? The pitch is coming down. Over-exaggerate things here. If we swing down, there's only one tiny point of intersection where we can make contact with that pitch. So our timing literally has to be perfect, okay? So imagine a pitch coming down into the strike zone and I am swinging down with my bat path. I have to be absolutely perfect here. And this kind of swing motion, what is that gonna produce? That's gonna produce a chopping ground ball. You're gonna beat everything into the ground if this is your swing plane. So instead of trying to get on top of the ball, instead of trying to swing down, the two most important things in hitting is to arrive on time and on plane with the pitch. So what does that mean? That means if the ball is coming slightly downward into the strike zone, just like Ted Williams once said, you know, the best swing is slightly up. You're gonna be on plane with the pitch. You're gonna get your bat in the zone early and stay in the zone a long time, and it's gonna be an ever so slightly upward swing because you're matching the plane of the pitch. So forget trying to get on top, forget swinging down, arrive on time and arrive on plane. All right, and the third and final myth is hit the ball deep in the zone. Let the ball travel. You hear a lot of coaches say that. And although I do think that that is a good verbal command for a player who's way out here and they're lunging at the ball, you know, they're kind of just going out and getting it, they're chasing it. While I do agree that it's a good verbal cue there, for most hitters, that's gonna cause more harm than good. So I got a ball and a tee here. I'm just gonna show you. If you literally do what a coach says and you let the ball travel, you let the ball get deep, and it starts out at T-ball, you know, inexperienced coaches will put the tee right in the middle of a player's stance and they'll expect them to hit the ball like this. That's not a very powerful position, and it's not the way any professional player makes contact, right? Is it? No. You watch professional players, and whether the pitch is inside, middle, or even away, contrary to popular belief, they still hit the ball out in front of the plate, pretty much even with the instep of their front foot. This is the way that you see professional players, right? Palm up, palm down, hitting against a firm front side, but the ball, they're hitting it out in front of the plate. And all you have to do, depending on the pitch location, is just adjust how far out in front you're hitting it. So on an inside pitch, I'm gonna hit that ball way out in front of the plate, okay? I'm not going out and lunging and getting it, right? But on an inside pitch, I'm gonna hit the ball way out here, okay? I'm gonna keep it fair, and I'm gonna try and crush it to left center. On a middle pitch, I'm gonna let the ball travel just a little bit further, but again, I'm still hitting it out in front of the plate, still pretty much even with my front foot. And on an away pitch, a lot of coaches, they really say, you know, on away pitches, you know, let the ball travel, let it get deep, hit it deep in the zone. And so they get players thinking that you actually hit an away pitch way back here like this. And that ball's almost in the catcher's glove. You don't hit it there. Even on an away pitch, you still let the ball travel just a little bit longer, but you're still hitting the ball pretty much even with your front foot, maybe a little bit further back. But everything is hit out in the front of the plate. If you don't believe me, watch major league hitters in slow motion hit away pitches. It's all in front of the plate. So, you know, it depends on the hitter. If you're lunging, if you're trying to really go out and get the baseball, now might be a good verbal cue to let the ball travel, but most of the time it's doing you more harm than good. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And before you go, I actually created a free bat speed workout for you. It's 100% free. All you have to do is click on the very first link below this video. That'll take you to my website. I just need your email address and I will immediately send you that free bat speed workout, okay? It's a workout that there's a video you can watch me do all the different drills and exercises, and then there's actually a PDF document you can print out, take it to the field with you. So it's 100% free, really gonna help you improve your bat speed. So just click on that first link, go get it now, and I will see you in the next video.